So we're now around about a month after Assassin's Creed Mirage was officially announced, shown off with a cinematic trailer anyway, and we're going to talk about in this video what I want to see for the future of this game, hopefully what we might get to see anyway. But really, I have been fairly cynical of this game just because of feeling like we've been burnt twice now in the past of their big games coming out, like as in properly screwed over anyway. But besides that, I'm going to just talk about what I hope to see, but really I'm going to keep my expectations low until we actually get a gameplay trailer. Just before we get started with that though, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like and subscribing to the channel, and what we're going to now talk about is the first thing that I want to see within this game. Which the first thing is going to be about Basim and him actually doing assassin activity. Which might sound odd, but I don't want this game to just be something that's a mask of being an assassin, when you're able to just run up into an area and attack everyone in sight and then do the assassination. I'd rather have it where if I get spotted, I either have to run away within a certain time frame and hide, or I end up failing the mission. I'd rather have that than end up with a game like Valhalla and Odyssey where you can just kind of run in and do whatever you want. If I'm going in for an assassination and they spot me, if they're the type of character that's going to run away, then they should do so. They shouldn't try and stand and fight you one-on-one if they're cowardly characters. Give us a game that's actually making sense within the world of Assassin's Creed if we're playing as that, an assassin within the creed. Now the next thing I want to see in Mirage is the story to be fully linear. They've said that this is going to be the case, however again, I'm going to wait until we actually 100% see and 100% certain on this before anything and being over the moon about this idea. And also it's now been spoken about that some of the assassination missions will be kind of like the black box type that you got within Unity and Syndicate, where you have a few different options that you can investigate and learn more about to go about how to do the assassination without having to deal with tons of guards and having to run away through massive crowds of guards. Which if we do end up getting the black box sort of missions, then I'll be very happy with that, because we at least then get something that feels like we have to actually think for a change instead of just running in, stabbing, running away. Now the story, if it is what we actually are being kind of led on to believe, hopefully it's going to be an actual great story, giving us the story of Basim and the Hidden Ones entering into becoming the Assassin's Creed. And with it being set in Baghdad, you're also going to be getting a world that at that time was pretty much a mesh of what you got within Assassin's Creed Unity of Paris and Constantinople within Assassin's Creed Revelations. You end up getting the feel of Constantinople, for example, and then the density and just immersion within the place as you did within Unity. Now let's talk about weapons, because to be honest, the one thing I really want this game to do is either go down the route of, let's say, Valhalla, for example, with the weaponry, or Unity. Have a limited amount of weapons that you have the variety of. Do not give us what you had within Odyssey and Origins. I don't want to be getting 1,000 different bits of loot by the end of my game, just to give me random stuff that just doesn't need to be there. It's just such a massive clutter of just crap in your inventory that you just don't need. Just give me a story that follows a compelling character, and most people will not care about the weapon variety that's for some reason people think they want within single player games. It makes no sense. The next thing for me is I don't want to be spending a load of time as Loki. Now I'm fine with him coming in at moments, but I don't want missions going to Asgard again, talking about how this is going to be the main experience of the game as Basim's story, but then just giving us more Asgard missions, because personally, even though I didn't enjoy Valhalla, so I've got that biased opinion anyway, but honestly, the worst part of it, in my opinion, was the Asgard missions. I thought they were so boring and dull, it just felt like you were walking around a hollow room instead of an actual expansive godlike world. I just didn't enjoy it, and I felt like I ended up running around in complete dead space. Now though, let's talk about stealth and social stealth. It looks like it's meant to be having a proper return to what we used to have. As it was within Valhalla, an ability that you could use. You could use social stealth, however, because there was next to no population density, there was no point of ever using it. I think I used it maybe twice in my playthrough. So as long as this is back in the game and the benefits actually have a great upside than just being an extra feature that they've put in there just to kind of save face, then honestly, I'll be very happy with it. And if we end up getting something like that with an awesome stealth system, kind of similar to what we had in Unity as a whole, then honestly, the groundworks are being made for a great Assassin's Creed game. Now the next one is going to be about parkour, which I've seen plenty of stuff now talking about how they are going to be looking to change the parkour system in a way and have a little bit more variety of how you can interact with the world, which is cool. However, again, until we get gameplay, I'm not hyping myself up for this. As this game was meant to be a DLC for Valhalla, I'm not really expecting too much in terms of the parkour, because Valhalla's parkour had no substance to it. All we ended up getting with Valhalla was spamming A and being able to run up buildings. That was about it. Which, to be honest, at this point, it's been a while since I played Valhalla. I don't even remember if you have to spam A and trigger at the same time, or if you just have to hold down RT the entire time. I don't fully remember. But honestly, if they give us something similar to Unity's parkour system, that'd be great. Now, the last thing that I want to see is more towards the Assassin's Creed as a franchise, not just this game. And what I mean by this is, if you want to make an Assassin's Creed based game first, please don't just leave it as this game and just never do it again. Obviously, their next big game, like massive game after this, that's not going to be Infinite, or at least I think it's going to be within Infinite, something along those lines. It's kind of in this blurry mode, which is the game set in Japan that's going to be an open world RPG game, which, again, it's fine. If they want to do that, go for it. But please don't just turn around and make this game for the sole idea of trying to save whatever remnants they have of their old fans. If you're going to do this, at least do it fairly regularly. Don't just go ahead and say, you know what, we're going to do it once and hopefully reclaim some fans and kind of keep them on the carrot loop all the time. But yeah, with that all being said, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you want to see my initial thoughts about everything about Assassin's Creed and all of their events that they're talking about, then I did make a video going over the initial events. If you love Assassin's Creed and everything about it, then you may find my opinion on it a little bit jarring, as I don't have much faith in what we're getting, but hopefully we end up getting something that will prove me wrong and many others wrong. But yeah, with that all being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, do subscribe for more content, and I'll see you guys in the future. Have a good one.